Okay, so find relative frequency of two-way tables. Relative frequency is the same thing as the percent. Relative means, so relative, think about if your relatives, you have a relationship or relation. So relative frequency. So when you, these are the same numbers as a couple of videos ago. I don't remember how many, but so from this one, this table, notice cell phone, don't have cell phone total, TV in room, no TV in room totals. Those are the same numbers that are right here. So this is a frequency table, and I believe we put that as our title on the last set of notes. Yeah, so frequency table, that's just how many times did somebody with a cell phone and a TV in their room show up. So this one, we're going to do relative frequency, so in relationship to the total. So the way you're going to do this, these people that fall in this category right here of they have a cell phone and they have a TV in their room is 57. So remember, it's the same as a percent. So it's the same as the ratios that we were talking about. So it would be 57, or how many divided by the total for the table. I'm going to put the entire table. So if you look, there are 57 out of a total of 100 that have a cell phone and a TV in their room. So there are 57 out of a total of, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight this so that you can see it every time. So out of a total of 100. Okay, now we're going to do just like we did on the last set of notes, where we're going to write this as a percentage. I don't want to just know that that's 57 out of 100. I want to know what percentage makes up this part. So again, just like we did in the last set of notes, I believe it was the last set of notes, you're going to do how many divided by the total is 0.57. So 0.57 is the percent, or is the decimal. Multiply that by 100 and you get 57%. 57%. Okay, so then now let's do the next one. So the next one is 21, so it would be, and I'm going to be switching colors, so hopefully it's not loud, 21 out of 100. Sorry, I dropped my phone. Okay, this one would be 78 out of a total of 100. This one would be 13 out of 100. This one would be 70 out of 100. 9 out of 100. 30 out of 100. And 22 out of 100. So again, all of these 100s were just the total. Okay, so then I'm going to do 21 divided by 100. That's this one right here. I get 0.21. 0.21 times 100 is 21%. Okay, the next one, 78 divided by 100 is 0.78 times 100 is 78%. So because there were 100 students in this survey, all of the numbers are going to end up being the same. So I'm going to just go ahead and go through them. Hopefully you realize that. But the only reason that happened is because this is 100. On the next one, you're going to see that it's not the same. So this would be 0.7. When you multiply it, that would be 70%. This one would be 0.3, which is 30%. And that's why my teacher connected it, so that that doesn't get confused as a 300. I connect that so that you see it's a percent. Point. Now this one's these ones always trick people if it's a single digit. You don't want to put 0.9, which would be 90%. You want to do 9 divided by 100, which is 0.09. So there's a difference between 9 and 30. Notice 0.09 and 0.3, you could put a 0 there if you wanted. So that would be 9%. 22 would be 0.22, which is 22%. 100, you could do this one just so you could see, but it should be 100 divided by 100. 100 divided by 100 is 1 times 100 is 100%. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Okay. So then now let's do the next one. I'm going to go ahead and write the equals on all of them, just so that I don't have to keep picking up my pen. So if you look at this one has 28, that's how many, and then the total would be 150. So 28 out of 150. So we know the total on all of these is 150. I'm all about trying to save myself some time. So I'm going to write out of 150 on each of these. Okay, and then 34, 62, 43, 45, 88, 71, 79, 150 out of 150. Okay, remember this 150 came from this right here. So those 150s came from that. Okay, now I need to start typing it into my calculator. So I'm going to do 28. So how many divided by the total? So there are 28 out of a total of 150. So that would be 0.18667. So again, you want to round these, so 0.1867. I would only want 2 because I want to round it to the whole number, whole percentage. So that 6 would make that a 7. Or sorry, that 6 would make that 8 a 9. So it'd be 0.19, which would be times 100. It would be 18.6, which would be round up to 19. So it would be 19%. Okay, we'll do the next one. 34 divided by 150 would be 0.2266667. So again, if I just wanted to look at that, the 6 would make the 2 a 7. So it would be, I'm sorry, I cannot talk. The 6 would make the 2 a 3. So it would be 0.23. Because again, if I multiply by 100, it would be 23 when you round to the nearest whole number. On the assignment, it only wants the percent, so make sure you're not giving the decimal as your answer. It wants the percent. So what percentage is that showing up? Okay, I'm gonna go through this next part a little quicker, just because I feel like I've explained it enough. So that would be 0.41 multiplied by 100. You get 41%. 43 divided by 150. I'm up here is that 6 would make that 8 and 9, so 0.29, which is 29%. You can see that by that. Okay, next one, 45 divided by 150. Oops, 45 divided by 150 would be 0.3. Multiply that by 100, you get 30%. 88 divided by 150 is 0.5. That 6 makes that a 9. So 59%. 71 divided by 150. That would be, the 3 would make the 7 stay, so it'd be 0.47, which would be 47%. 79 divided by 150. That 6 makes the 2 round up, so it'd be 0.53, which is 53%. And then this one, 150 divided by 150 is 1 times 100 is 100%. Okay, so if I were to ask you what percent of students have a TV in room. So if you were to look at what percent of students have a TV in the room, notice it, oh yeah, that's for this one up here. But have a TV in the room. Notice it doesn't say anything about cell phones, so we don't care if they have a cell phone or don't have a cell phone. So it would actually be this would be your answer. Because TV and room, the total for the TV and room is 70%. So you would put 70% as your answer. If I asked what percent of campers, that's this one, signed up to swim but did not sign up for canoeing, you would put 29%. So the percentage, or even if it said relative frequency, that's the percent. Relative frequency is the percent of how what this number is in relationship to the total. So if you look for the highest percent came from did not sign up for swimming and did not sign up for canoeing. That's the highest percent. These two are pretty close, but the highest out of all of those is did not sign up for either. So I guess they're lazy campers. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe there was something more fun. Okay, so that is relative frequencies, or finding the percent of these tables.